Sally Spectra is back in Genoa City, but the welcome home she gets is anything but comforting. The moment she returns, she walks straight into a scene that could immediately raise questions about Billy Abbott and Audra Charles. And while Sally is trying to understand what she is seeing, Sharon Newman has an emotional confrontation of her own as Matt Clark breaks down and reveals just how badly he wants forgiveness. At the GCAC, Billy is already in celebration mode. He believes the Abbott family's claim to Chancellor is strong enough to change everything. In Billy's mind, this battle is moving quickly in his favor, and he is confident that he could be running Chancellor as early as next week. That confidence catches Audra's attention. Audra finds Billy enjoying a drink and listens as he celebrates what he believes is a major victory. She isn't nearly as convinced as Billy that everything will go according to plan. More importantly, Audra immediately thinks about Sally. She questions how Sally might react to everything Billy is doing. But despite her concerns, Audra eventually joins the celebration and orders champagne. That is when the situation becomes much more interesting. Billy and Audra talk about trust and their developing friendship. Audra suggests they should be able to trust each other not to hurt Sally. Billy agrees, and the two share a toast. On its own, the moment may appear innocent, but the timing could not be worse. Sally returns from her trip and sees Billy and Audra looking very comfortable together. And Sally immediately looks suspicious. She has just come home, yet one of the first things she sees is Billy celebrating privately with Audra. Even if nothing inappropriate has happened, the image alone could be enough to create uncertainty. Meanwhile, another deeply emotional encounter unfolds at Crimson Lights. Sharon is caught off guard when Matt Clark suddenly appears looking for information about Nick Newman. Sharon cannot understand why Matt continues to stay in Genoa City when so many people clearly do not want him around. Matt explains that his job and Phyllis Summers are part of the reason he remains in town, but there is something else keeping him there. He wants to make amends. Sharon begins digging deeper into Matt's motivations and realizes that he seems trapped by his need for absolution. That observation hits Matt hard. Matt breaks down in tears and admits that he wants forgiveness from Sharon and Nick, but Sharon does not give him the answer he wants. Instead, she points out just how much he is asking from them. She suggests that perhaps Matt should stop depending on Sharon and Nick to free him from his past. Maybe the person Matt truly needs forgiveness from is himself. If he could forgive himself, Sharon suggests, he might finally be able to leave Genoa City and build a life somewhere people do not automatically see him as a monster. Matt refuses to give up. He insists that he intends to remain in Genoa City and continue trying to prove that he has changed. It could take days, months, or even years. He may never receive the forgiveness he wants, but Matt is determined to try. Elsewhere, the battle over Chancellor continues creating tension between the Abbotts, Lily Winters, and Kane Ashby. Kane makes it clear that he is willing to get his hands dirty to help Lily protect Chancellor. Lily quickly reminds him that she is perfectly capable of fighting just as hard herself. When Jack and Kyle Abbott eventually cross paths with Lily and Kane at society, the tension becomes impossible to hide. Jack expresses sympathy for what Lily is facing, but Lily pushes back. From her perspective, Jack's sympathy means very little if he is unwilling to stop Billy. Jack insists that he wants to de-escalate the situation. Lily understands his loyalty to Billy, but she has a loyalty of her own. Her loyalty is to Catherine Chancellor and the company she is determined to protect. Away from the corporate battle, Victor and Nikki Newman share a completely different kind of evening. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki surprises Victor with a romantic, Venice-inspired experience. Love poems, Italian words, and affectionate memories help the couple reconnect and enjoy being back on solid ground. But elsewhere in Genoa City, things are far less peaceful. Matt is refusing to abandon his search for forgiveness. Lily and Kane are preparing to defend Chancellor. Billy is celebrating a victory that is far from guaranteed. And Sally has just returned home to find Billy raising a glass with Audra. Billy and Audra may call it friendship, but from Sally's point of view, what she just witnessed could look like something much more complicated. And that suspicious first impression may be all it takes to bring a completely new kind of trouble into Billy and Sally's relationship.